Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Love in Riyadh show. Today is the 21st of January, and it feels like January is moving quickly now. The year is in full swing, routines are settling in, and every now and then a story pops up that reminds you why it's worth slowing down and paying attention. Today's episode is one of those. It's about simple goodness, quiet kindness, and big dreams that start in the smallest ways. Let's get into it, and let's start with a story that really touched a lot of people. A hospital security guard recently shared a personal moment on social media, and what he described struck a chord with thousands, not because it was dramatic or extraordinary, but because it was simple and deeply human. He spoke about a woman who regularly visits the hospital for her son, and every time she comes, she leaves him a small breakfast, nothing fancy, just bread, triangle cheese, and sometimes a bit of tahini. A simple meal, a quiet gesture, but for the security guard, it meant everything. He shared how that small act of kindness stayed with him, how it showed up again and again without expectation, without recognition, just someone choosing to be kind in the middle of a difficult routine. What made the story even more powerful was that the woman never made a big deal out of it. She didn't know how much her gesture mattered. She just did it. And that's why the story resonated. In a world where we're constantly scrolling past big headlines and loud moments, this was a reminder that goodness often lives in the background, in everyday places, in small actions, in moments that don't ask for attention. The security guard's message wasn't about asking for praise. It was about saying thank you to an unknown angel, someone who reminded him and everyone reading that kindness still finds its way into daily life. Now let's move to a story that carries a different kind of warmth. In Tabuk, two young boys named Farhan and Hamad decided they wanted to spend their free time doing something meaningful. Instead of just passing time, they turned to something familiar and close to home, tea. They learned how to make it from their mother, picking up the small details that turn a simple drink into something special. And soon they had an idea. Why not share this with others? What started as a small tea setup quickly became something bigger in their minds. With genuine passion and big dreams, Farhan and Hamad hope to turn their simple idea into a brand that can one day compete globally. And they're giving themselves a timeline, 2 years. What makes this story stand out isn't just ambition, it's how grounded it is. They're not chasing shortcuts, they're learning, experimenting, and building confidence step by step. There's something refreshing about seeing young ambition rooted in effort and patience. A reminder that big dreams don't always begin with big resources. Sometimes they start with skills learned at home and the courage to try. Their story reflects something many people can relate to. The idea that starting small doesn't mean thinking small, it means giving yourself room to grow. Today's stories share a common thread. One is about kindness that quietly shows up without asking for anything in return. The other is about ambition that starts modestly but looks far ahead. Thanks for tuning in to the Love in Riyadh show, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning into the Love in Riyadh podcast as part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcast from.